Everybody, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this virtual coding club. So at lower school, we had a weekly coding club. There are two, and Miss Davis also does one. So more a coding club. My club on a Tuesday is more gaming club. But what we're going to do in this is, I know several of you love to play games. Most of you, actually, who doesn't love to play games? What we're going to do in these sessions is going to take you through some tools to create games. So we're going to use this. What's what I'm going to use? So this is called the Kitronic Arcade. So it's a device that very much like a Game Boy. If Google it, it was around when I was a kid. It was really cool. So we have this buttons up, down, left, right, and we have these A and B buttons. There's also a speaker and we have 8-bit graphics. Pretty cool. There's also a variety of other cool stuff on here too. We've got an expansion ports that here. If we really want, perhaps we could do some control a robot. Actually, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's start at the beginning. So you can see on the back as well, I've got this kind of quite ergonomic, even for my, as an adult hands, pretty cool. So yeah, so what we're going to do? We're going to use this. So I've used it at the moment. So just been taking some games off the web, some open source games, some community have built, and have been just experimenting and messing about. So what I created today was for my own kids. I created just a name badge. So it has a pretty annoying sound. Actually, perhaps it's not annoying when you first hear it, but when you've heard it a few times, it's pretty annoying. I'm going to turn it on. So it's just a pink display, puts their names on, which you can't see anyway with my webcam. And there's some confetti coming down. You can't see that, but they like it. They keep playing it. So you can do things like that. But we want to create games, don't we? Not name badges. But anyway, it's pretty cool stuff. We're going to be going through this. This is what this code club's going to be about. So we're going to call it the Lockdown Code Club. I'm going to post updates regularly. Maybe it'll be weekly. Maybe it'll be every few days. It's when I can get around to it, really. When I feel inspired. And yeah, let's. So I'm going to show you now where to go. So some of you, all of you, not some of you, perhaps year sevens, you haven't seen this yet. This is a BBC microbit. So we just studied this in year 8. Year 9s, you might remember it. We have a A and a B button. There's some cool sensors on here, so an accelerometer, so we can move it around and manipulate what appears on the LED display. We can make some pretty cool games as well. We also have this. We can also attach it to a speaker. It's pretty cool, but it works on the same concept as this. They both use something called Microsoft makecode. I'm going to show you now the website that you go to. Very, very similar. There's both. I'm going to disappear down to the bottom left of your screen now through the power of technology. Let's see this work. Hello. We have here on the page. We have the block code. There's also JavaScript. Some of you, year 8s, awesome. We're experimenting with JavaScript. You don't have to. You can use block code. Still quite powerful. But whereas the web address was makecodemicrobit.org, this is arcademakecode.com. So both are Microsoft projects. Now we think of the BBC microbit as BBC device, which it absolutely was or is. It was really a collaboration with a number of different partners. So Samsung were involved, Microsoft were involved, and Microsoft were involved in creating makecode, and they've taken this further on with makecode arcade. So there's also Minecraft. There's some quite cool stuff they're doing with makecode at the moment. Anyway, let's just focus on makecode. So I'm going to allow you to explore rather than me go on and on about what it can do. But you can see here you have a number of different tutorials. So that's one I've been following for the name tag. You have space shoot 'em up game, simple so platformer, maze game, It's quite cool. You also have some games which I've downloaded. Several of you, perhaps when we were in lower school, would have seen this mail delivery game. Just downloaded from there, completely free. They're community games, no copyright to worry about. If anything, you're really encouraged to take these games and improve them, make changes to them, and learn more about coding. It really is an educational device whilst also playing a game, which is pretty cool. So if you search, so these are the different devices. So this I have is the Kitronic arcade. So that's around £35, but there are several others. So I think the Meow Bit is around £30 to £35. You can find them at the Pi Hut, I believe. If you go to Kitronic, actually, kitronic.co.uk, you can find them there. Perhaps Pi Moroni, another great website that I go and buy the odd microbit, Raspberry Pi stuff. Loads of places you can go to buy. Perhaps not Curry's though, or Dixon's. Do they even exist anymore? Dixon's? You'd have to find them online. Perhaps Amazon would have them as well. I'll put some links. But yeah, this is what we're going to do. You don't need this hardware. You can just use the emulator. For example, if I click New Project, I'm going to give it a name. And like for a few seconds. And the emulator I can maximize. Just take micro bit. I think what I'll do is I'll post up. I'm going to call the lockdown coding. Probably lockdown code club. We're going to games. It's going to be fun. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, let's. Yeah. Before I go, let's to find it. Type in arcade. Can't spell arcade. Make code. And Google comes back with this. There you go. Everybody's well. I think this will help us take our mind off what the current situation is. Lots of news at the moment. I know it's a bit concerning, but let's not be concerned. Let's make games. Okay, everyone. Take care and speak to you soon.